Hi guys, we're back with another Hot Toys review and unboxing. This time it's Iron Man Mark 47 from Spider-Man Homecoming. It's a reissue figure and it's now available on Sideshow Collectibles. For this reissue and all the other diecast upcoming figures, they redesigned the box. The previous box this one is from Avengers Age of Ultron, had compartments to open like this, while the new box design doesn't have it. As you can see, you open it from here, so there's less protection compared to the other boxes, but in terms of design, I really like it. They can have a bigger picture of the character on the face, and otherwise the inside of the box is still the same. And let's open this. So as usual, just read the user guide before opening the figure. This one is quite long, just like other diecast figures. It's 11 pages long, so they explain everything about the figure and especially how to put the batteries, and there are a lot of batteries on this one. So let's see this figure. It comes with different hands. These two are fully articulated, as you can see. Fingers can move. Then there are these ones. And they are the hand with firing effects. Here's the Tony Stark Headsculpt. The empty Iron Man helmet. And then the diecast figure. We'll see that later. Under the black box there are other accessories. You have the basic stand. So Spider-Man Homecoming. The Iron Man nameplate. As I said, there are a lot of batteries, as you can see. You have a drone. This is the firing effects for the drone. These are part of the drone. You have the Tony Stark glasses. This is for the color when you put the Tony Stark Headsculpt. Missile launchers and other missile launchers. These ones are for the shoulders and these ones are for the arms. And reactor fit effects. About the stand, this is not your usual basic stand. This one can also hold the drone with this part. So you put this little part here, then you had this for this is for the figure, and then you had this part, and you put the drone here. You can see the drone is actually made of plastic instead of the die cast that you have on the figure. You can notice the paint here. You see the plastic. But it's a pretty cool accessory. The drone was used in the boat sequence in Spider-Man Homecoming. With this drone you can add these little effects. So you can attach these effects on the mini repulsors. This one like this. Okay, and the second one. Okay, and then you have this thing like this, and like this. It does look cool. This is quite heavy for the drone, and I'm not sure if you leave them like this that the drone will stand like this. I have a feeling that it will probably fall, because yeah, it's quite heavy for this little plastic thing. The Mark 47 armor is basically the same as the Mark 46 armor from Civil War. The difference here is the color. There are a lot of silver on this armor, as you can see, but there's also the usual red and gold. There are a lot of details on this armor, beautifully sculpted. On the back you have backflips for a flight mode. Here. Like this, as you can see. And even with the silver part, you have different shades of silver. For example, here, this part is a lot darker than this. So I have the same thing here and here. And in the back, it's an highly articulated figure. You have the arm movement here, the hand. You can also open these parts here and here for better leg articulation range. You also have the knee articulation, feet. This part can also be slightly open for feet movement. This part also moves if you for better torso range here. So there are a lot of articulation on this figure, as usual with Hot Toys. We'll put the batteries later on during the review, but I just wanted to show you something about the helmet. For the Age of Ultron helmet, there was it was the same system, but it was a lot more difficult to remove the upper part of the helmet, while here this time it's just as easy as that, you know. And it's a lot better because it won't damage the paint, while on the Age of Ultron I do believe that with time the paint may be slightly damaged here and here, while here it won't. There's actually a tiny magnet here, so that's why it's so easy to put it and remove it. So let's see the missile launchers for the shoulders. You remove these as easily as this. They also have magnets, as you can see, so it's easy to put, easy to remove. And then you put the missile launchers for shoulders like this. You can see here, see them here. For the arm missile launchers, it's just like the shoulder parts. You remove them like this. It works with magnets, and then you put the other arm part like this, and you put back on. You put the hand back on. Okay, and here we go. As you can see, it's a cool accessory. There were already arm missile launcher on the Avengers Age of Ultron figure, except here you don't have to remove the entire arm part. You just have to remove the top and put the muscle on it, which is a lot easier, I think. And this time you also have the missile launcher for the second arm. For this figure and the Civil War figure, Art Toys actually included something that SH Figuarts usually does with their Iron Man figures. It's the Fitch reactor effects. So let's try this. These are some pretty cool effects to have on the figure. However, with this type of stand, I'm not sure it's going to be possible to display the figure with these. If you have the stand from Avengers Age of Ultron, this could be possible because it's a stand that looks that allows you to attach the figure here and then adjust it the way you want, except here the figure is held only through this, so it's not really easy to have a figure stand in the air, to have a pose with the figure stand in the air. You have two different possibilities with the helmet. You have the regular helmet with the LED light up function, and then you have this helmet. If you remember the movie, there's a scene where Iron Man rescues Peter Parker, but he is actually not in the suit, and when the helmet opens, you see it's empty, and they did included this helmet with the figure, and it's quite a funny feature. So now let's talk about the Tony Stark Headsculpt. It was made by Kajun as the other Tony Stark Headsculpts. I can see why is always the one making them. These Tony Stark Headsculpts are amazing. It's spot on Robert Downey Jr. It just looks like him. Look at it. Details here. The beard. Beard, mustache. It's all there, really. It's just wonderful. As you can see, he's looking in one direction, while if I remember correctly, the Civil War version looks straight ahead or in the other direction, but it has bruises, while this one is just clean. So let's put it on the figure. Oh, and never forget, when you put the Tony Stark Headsculpt, just before, use the color. It is wonderful. Just look at this. Look, you can turn the head here. And this figure comes with another very special accessory that you don't find on the other Iron Man figure. It is the Tony Stark glasses, or at least one of the many Tony Stark glasses. That is just a super cool accessory. I mean, the glasses, Robert Downey Jr. wears so many of them. I mean, in the movies where he plays Tony Stark, but also in real life, you see him almost every time with glasses. These ones are the one that Tony Stark has when he talks to Peter Parker after he rescued him, when he is not inside the suit, and is actually, I think it was in India. I'm not sure, but I think it was there. So it's nice to have some glasses with this figure, and I do hope they'll do that again with other figures, because there are so many glasses that they could include. The one that comes to mind is are the Ditaflight, the one that he uses in Infinity War, and also in Far From Home. Well, in Far From Home it's Peter Parker that has them, but you know, it'd be pretty cool. Well, talking about this, you can actually get this Ditaflight with the upcoming Spider-Man figure from Far From Home. So we'll have to see if these glasses can also be put on a Tony Stark Headsculpt. That'd be pretty cool. But meanwhile, we still have these awesome glasses. It's amazing. Simply amazing. Before we put on the batteries, there's one last thing I have to show you. It's the end with firing effects. Let's try this. It's also something that SH Figure Arts always does with their figures. I mean, when it comes to Iron Man figures. And for small figures, it's a pretty cool effect. I mean, it's also nice to have that on the Hot Toys figures. I think I wish they could do that more often, because it does look pretty cool when you look at it like that. Obviously the LED light up function is the best feature, but you know, having these firing effects is always cool. So now let's put on the batteries. There are actually only two places where I won't put the batteries. It's on each shoulders. It will light up this little thing and this little thing. The reason I'm not doing it is because these shoulders are, you know, see, it moves very easily, and I'm afraid that when trying to remove these parts it takes too much pressure and brake, so I'm not going to try that. And it's just two lights on the back, so it's not very important. However, I will put all the other batteries. So let's go, and also good luck, because there are way too many batteries on this thing. And we are finally ready to turn on the batteries. So let's start with the head. Then legs, okay, torso, as you can see there are lights in the back, and the horns. We are going to turn on the light, turn off the light to see how many lights there actually are. As you can see, that is a lot of lights. It takes quite some time to put them on, because like I said, there are a lot of batteries, so it's difficult. You can see for the arms there are lights everywhere. It starts with the hand and goes up there. For the legs, there are also lights throughout the leg. See, even here. The back also, and the torso. As you can see, there are lights here, 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 and here. So that's quite a lot. I have to say that I'm so happy that Hot Toys reissued this figure, because the prices on eBay went very high. The double or sometimes the triple of what this reissue costs. So yeah, it's a great opportunity for the collectors to be able to get this figure at a decent price. There are some real nice accessories like the drone, the Tony Stark glasses, the firing effects, and I absolutely love the LED light up function. It takes some time to build them on, but once you install them, it looks marvelous. So thanks again for watching this video. You can check out the review on the Future of the Force website on the link down below in the description. And please subscribe to our channel. I'll be back with another unboxing video very soon. It will be the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Thanks again. Bye!